the architect of obsession. How to read and influence anyone. The secret of the gap. In this video, I'm going to reveal some psychological secrets that most people never notice. Most people try too hard to be liked, but being liked is temporary. If you want to be someone that others can't stop thinking about, someone they actually become addicted to, you have to stop looking at their surface and start looking for their gaps. Every person you meet has an emotional hole inside them. I'm going to show you how to find these holes and, more importantly, how to fill them. Once you become the person who fills that void, you become essential to them. How to spot the spike. Before you can help or influence someone, you have to find their weak spot. Most of the time, people act in a very steady, normal way. This is their baseline. To find a weakness, you are looking for a spike, a sudden change in how they act. You can spot a spike in a few ways. First, listen for double talking. If someone says something and then repeats it again, like saying, "I really did a good job on that. Yeah, it went great," it means they are begging for a reaction they didn't get the first time. Another sign is a pitch shift. If their voice suddenly gets higher or they start talking faster, you've hit a nerve. They aren't just talking to you anymore, they are feeding their own ego. When you see this, pay attention. You just found a gap in their armor. The 4 main weak points. 1. The thirst for attention. Some people have a deep need to be told they are special. Their internal battery is dead, and they need other people to charge them up. You'll recognize this person because they brag or try to control every conversation. To handle this person, don't just give them a direct compliment. If you say you're smart, it doesn't stay in their mind for long. Instead, use what I call pass-along praise. Tell them that someone else was impressed by them. For example, tell them, "I was talking to a friend yesterday, and your name came up. They said they were really impressed by how you handled that situation." This hits them like lightning. It proves they are being talked about even when they aren't around, which creates a massive boost in their brain that they will always associate with you. 2. The fear of failing. People who have big goals often feel very lonely. Everyone around them gives them fake "you can do it" speeches, but inside, they are terrified of failing. This creates a competence gap. Instead of being another cheerleader, you should become their emotional anchor. Don't give them advice they didn't ask for. Instead, show them that their fear is normal. Tell them it makes total sense that you're stressed. Anyone in your position would feel that way. Then, tell them a story about a successful person who felt the exact same way before they finally made it. By doing this, you aren't just a friend, you are the person who truly understands them. 3. The pain of being rejected. Many people carry a ghost of rejection from an old breakup, a parent, or a boss who didn't appreciate them. This makes them feel like they aren't good enough. Your job here is to help them rewrite their story. You need to make them feel like the person who rejected them was actually the one who missed out. You might say something like, "It's interesting that you care about their opinion. From the outside, it always seemed like you were way ahead of them anyway." This shifts them from feeling like a victim to feeling like someone who simply outgrew a bad situation. They will start to feel more valuable whenever they are around you. 4. The trap of desperation. This last point is mostly for men to understand so they can protect themselves. This is the thirst for intimacy. Often, people will use the promise of romance or physical attraction to make you do whatever they want. They might lead you on just enough to keep you interested, but they never actually give you what you want. The best way to protect yourself from being manipulated is to show that you aren't desperate. When someone realizes that you have other things going on in your life and that you don't need their attention to feel happy, their power over you disappears. This forces them to actually respect you instead of just using you. Creating the connection. When you hit these weak points and fill these gaps, it's like giving someone a drug. Their brain feels a rush of relief and happiness. But like any drug, the feeling eventually wears off. When it does, they will instinctively want to talk to you again to get that feeling back. Without even knowing why, they will start to crave your presence. Obsession isn't about being the most handsome or the richest person in the room. It's about being the only person who truly knows how to fill the empty spaces in someone else's heart. Once you learn to see these gaps, you will see the world in a completely different way.